Hello there, my Sagittarius Collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, Sagittarius. Ooh, you got 3. Okay. Well, let's do something a little different for you, Sagittarius. That makes about sense with you, Sagittarius. Oh, those of you, choices when it comes to love or a group dynamic. Doesn't have to be romantic for you, Sagittarius. But some of you, there is way too much energy. So do be mindful of who or what you are tapping into right now. Sagittarius, the group dynamic with you, sit your ass down. So what is this about when it comes to you, Sagittarius? There's always a strong Aries vibe with you, Sagittarius. So some of you that like the dominance of a relationship or partnership, that could be the sort of, it's like you're attracted to it, but at the same time, you don't like it. So I don't feel like you like to be bossed around, or you like to be dominated, but for some of you, it's almost like a kink. It's not something that you can really build a relationship or partnership on. So you could be rather indecisive when it comes to whether you want to be the dominant person in the relationship or partnership, or whether you want to be the passive one in the relationship or partnership. So you got a decision to make. Some of you like them both, but you don't really. There's always that sort of kink factor when it comes to you, Sagittarius. So take what's yours and leave what's not. So what are these about for you? Melancholy heal. Honor your feelings. Emotional release. Deep emotions and sadness. You know, with the 3 of Swords here. So Sagittarius, you got to feel your feels. You got to move through that energy. A lot of you, it's a good time to release. Staying grounded and focused. Look at things from a more realistic standpoint. Some of you, missed opportunities were better for you than the opportunities you feel like you missed out. So there's some grieving you still need to work through. So work through it. You need to feel the feelings. Acknowledge them and release them. So some of you could be holding on to some stuck, stagnant energy. This could also be just the energy around you, Sagittarius. So be mindful of what you tap into, what is yours, and what's not. So it's going to be important that you acknowledge your feelings and move through them. Now's not the time to linger too long. Damn, it's already complex, Sagittarius. We only got 2 cards out. Soul's window. Listen to what speaks to your soul. Purpose, passion, and truth. This is that sort of stuck energy with you. I feel as you look inward, Sagittarius, a lot of you are going to realize relationships and partnerships you don't need, and you're going to release a lot of that energy. But I feel like you got a lot of stagnant energy around you that doesn't want you to sort of move through those feelings. So who wants to keep you stuck or stagnant? Sagittarius, I feel like for a lot of you, it's another Sagittarius energy that's sort of mirroring you, or it's like a doppelganger energy. For some of you Sagittariuses, it's the fucking crosswatcher energy with you. Hopefully you pull your energy back. You're not online so much. You allow yourself to sort of feel what you need to feel. This says be mindful of who you share your dreams, goals, accomplishments with. Because once you sort of get this enlightenment, once you sort of work on yourself, you really do sort of create a stir. It's all about a group dynamic with you too, Sagittarius. So for fuck's sake, some of y'all sit down, shut the fuck up, and focus on you. Some of you, it could be time for you to move from a sort of group dynamic, especially if it just sort of keeps you in that sort of perpetually heartbroken energy. There's someone you definitely can't trust, or you should definitely be mindful of this energy. I don't think any of this is new with you, Sagittarius. I don't feel any of this is overly dramatic. Some of you just sort of like to stay in that sort of energy. Ooh, Sagittarius, home. Come back home to yourself. Belonging, celebration, and stability. The longer you stay stuck or stagnant, the more someone has this sort of ability to sort of manipulate you. So those of you that like to stay in those relationships or partnerships that really aren't that fulfilling to you, right? Moving the fuck away from that energy. Man, some of you Sagittarius, this is like some deep-rooted sort of energy you need to make sure that you're sort of working through. But you can't heal in the same energy that hurt you. So some of you all need to make sure you're able to sort of do the clearing work and get out of that energy. Damn, sweet Jesus, Sagittarius. There's a complexity to this, but a lot of you understand this complexity. Feel it, move through it, find a resolution, and move forward. This is a lot of clearing energy too. Sagittarius, a lot of you are going to have to make decisions with relationships or partnerships. Some of you getting out of that perpetually sort of heartbroken energy. Those that aren't very optimistic. But it's more of a controlling type vibe. So it's those people who are always unlucky in love because they make shitty choices, but that want to stay in that energy. Instead of moving forward, finding the optimism. You need to be focused on finding the optimism. Feel your feelings, work through them, and move on from them. Hopefully stronger, wiser, smarter, better. Damn Sagittarius. There's that fucking Aries energy. Some of you, this is someone that really has a control over you. So, damn. Ten of Pentacles to the Chariot vibes. This is the opportunist. Crowning that, you got the Page of Cups. There's the Five of Cups. There's the World card. And there's the King of Swords. Red light, yellow light, green light, go. Who wants to control the sort of narrative when it comes to you? Six of Pentacles. There's the Moon. There's the Sun. Yeah. A lot of clarity comes in, but you got to make sure that you're making the right decisions, the smart decisions. Oh my God. Someone likes to keep you in that perpetually heartbroken vibe. Those of you that keep going back to relationships or partnerships you know are shit, expecting guidance, but it's not really it. So there's a reality in this. It's a choice. There is like manipulation. Some of you need a better voice of reason. Those of you that keep attracting the same type of relationships or partnerships. Those of you that go back to the same relationships or partnerships. You can't heal in the energy that broke your heart. You can't find healing in the space that doesn't sort of allow it. Those of you that continually stick around people that always bring up the sort of negative energy. So for fuck's sake, right? You grieve it, you feel it, you move through it, but you can't stay perpetually in that energy. It's like a merry-go-round vibe. Only you know who keeps you in that energy. So once you get the clarity, once you sort of get this understanding, once you look at things, you move through it, you're able to sort of create your own vibe. Some of you, this is like close relationships or partnerships. You keep trying to make it work, and even though you know it doesn't, the clarity is there. So, damn, Sagittarius. This could be generational type energy with you, Sagittarius. The Emperor and the Empress energy. Some of you, this is karmic baby mama, baby daddy energy. Who only shows up to keep that sort of financial hold on you? Page of Swords. There you are, Temperance Angel. There's the Six of Cups. Yeah, you got a decision to make. You got a decision to make. This isn't even like trauma bonding. This is just some really fucked up sort of emotional fuckery. Ooh, hot damn. Sagittarius. There's always a sort of religious vibe with you, Sagittarius. So this could be those of you, if you're divorced, those of you, baby mama, baby daddy energy. It's like a what the fuck, right? Damn Sagittarius. There's a complexity to this, but you're still the one that makes the decisions. What's your favorite astrologer, Sagittarius? For some of you, this could be astrological. Whatever the fuck that Aries vibe, or whoever that Aries vibe is. Broken elevator. Your shadows are showing themselves. Shadow self fears and negative thoughts. Who always brings up the negative? Who's always the negative person? Feel the flow. Let go of expectations and control. Release freedom and surrender. Feel your feelings and move through them and release them. Some of you, I feel like every time you get that opportunity, someone comes in and just sort of keeps that sort of rhythm going. Some of y'all just keeps that sort of cycle going. So, damn, life laundromat. Choose your own destiny. Choices, destiny, and consequences. For fuck's sake, Sagittarius. This is like every time you get that sort of cleansing energy, every time you get that opportunity and you're feeling good, you're moving forward. This is like the same sort of energy that just sort of permeates. So it's like the stench that you never get out of your clothes. It's like that. Some of y'all just keep recycling the same sort of energy. So for some of you, this sort of energy, it's kind of like the fabric softener that you use, right? It like permeates. So even when you try to do the cleansing, as long as you keep that sort of energy around, you're never going to be able to move from it. Ooh, this is like close-ass energy with you, Sagittarius. Some of you, the people you need to be more mindful of are those that are actually in your circle. More realistic here, Sagittarius. Those are like this sort of stuck, stagnant energy. Emperor, Empress, this could be family vibes with you, Sagittarius. Moonlit baths, take it easy. Relaxation, rest, and pause. Damn, Sagittarius. Maybe put focus on your moon sign. You need like more of an overview. Some of you, this almost reads like a horror story type vibe, right? Something or someone is way too dramatic. Over the judgment, you got the Two of Pentacles here. This is like the perceived, and this is like the reality. So some of y'all, your moon nodes could be switching up. Your opposite is Gemini, Sagittarius. So some of you, you're only going to find better relationships or partnerships if you sort of move out of this sort of stuck, stagnant energy. Some of you, way too much sort of time and energy on your exes or your ex's exes. It's like this perpetual sort of vibe. This is almost like the kind of fabric softener that you use, right? You're not going to get out of that energy until you quit sort of rinsing everything in that. So, I mean, for fuck's sake, Sagittarius. You need to talk this out and work this out, but a lot of you, you need like a third-party person to sort of help you understand this energy. Because Sagittarius, some of you can't see it because you're right there fucking in it. So those of you that start getting that clarity, understanding, working through it, allowing that sort of release, not staying stuck in that sort of perpetual energy. Whew. It is like fabric softener vibes, but, you know, those that use it, right, it can build up a residue. So you need more of a cleansing aspect. Sweet Jesus, Sagittarius. The Tower, High Priestess, Nine of Pentacles with the Strength card. Really trusting your intuition when it comes to something. Those of you that stay stuck because the sort of energy around you don't want you to move forward. You're in good vibes here. That's the whole fucking point. Once you sort of get this sort of resolute and you start making interesting decisions. Some of you not being so caught up in your feels. Some of you not being so focused on failed relationships or partnerships. Or some of you just relationships or partnerships in general. I feel like you struggle, Sagittarius, because those of you like that sort of dominant energy, but then you don't like to be dominated. This is that, so it's like there's an androgyny to this. So some of you playing different roles, some of you understanding how you are when it comes to relationships or partnerships. You like that idea of being dominated, but then you don't. So that's the sort of struggle when it comes to you. Relationships or partnerships don't work because you keep sort of attracting the wrong dynamic. It could almost be like a kink, Sagittarius. So you need to kind of work through it. There's a complexity to this, Sagittarius, that you need to work through. You need to sort of understand. It's a deep decision for you to make. You like being dominated, but then you don't. Those of you that attract those type of relationships or partnerships. But that's not what you like. So you could be exploring yourself here. Some of you should probably be exploring yourself, looking at things from a different perspective. There is androgyny on this, so this doesn't have to be romantic. This could be just coming sort of in terms with yourself. The complexity of S&M is very interesting, Sagittarius. There's more to it than what people think. It's more of a mental sort of attraction there. So some of you, when it comes to how you are in relationships or partnerships, you like the idea of being dominant, but then you don't like being dominated. This almost feels like you deal with people that don't understand the safe word concept. Sagittarius, you got this sort of dominating energy around you that is perpetually heartbroken. There's like no fucking happiness. There's like no sunshine. There's no positivity. It's a very stuck, stagnant, brooding, very it's a energy. There's healing that needs to take place. Some of y'all definitely need to be talking it out, working it out, understanding it, looking at things differently. From an astrological viewpoint, this could be sort of coming around full circle for you, Sagittarius, to let you understand something. Some of you could be understanding you prefer to be more dominant rather than submissive. So it could almost be a kink, but you need to understand like the reason behind it. It's far more complicated than what it appears. And this could be that sort of struggle you have within yourself. It's very complex. But those of you Sagittariuses that tend to stay stuck or stagnant, there's way too much sort of group dynamic with what the fuck you got going on too, Sagittarius. So some of you need to pull the fuck away from that energy. Especially if it's just to sort of keep you stuck. There is that sort of like bondage type vibe here. But it's not like a good sort of energy. There's an understanding that needs to come with that. This could be intergenerational with you, Sagittarius. This is like the energies around you. So this is the choices that you make when it comes to your relationships or partnerships. Don't be so needy or feel the need to have. Some of you that feel like you have to have a relationship, you have to have a partner, you have to sort of play a certain role. Maybe for some of you, it's understanding that you can be dominant and submissive in the right relationship or partnership, but there's like good communication when it comes to that. There's like a duality wanting to come in, or you need to sort of have that balanced energy. You like the dominant type, but then you don't like to be dominated. So whatever you got going on here is far more complex than maybe you even understand. Definitely, hopefully you're working it out or you're understanding this. Sagittarius, some of you be mindful of CULT type vibes, because there's always like a religious element when it comes to this with you, but it's never like a positive. I don't like this karmic shit, Sagittarius, for a lot of you, because it can just keep you really stuck or stagnant. You need to be searching for the clarity. So you need to find the light in the room. You need to find the light in whatever the hell it is you've got going on, so you can look at things from a clearer perspective. Some of you get a clearer perspective on it. If there's something that you're sort of focusing on, understanding what that's even about. There's always like this sort of power struggle. This could be with relationships or partnerships that you have. This could be that within you trying to come out. It's like that, the dominant and submissive, right? You don't have to be one or the other. You can sort of have that free-flowing vibe within you. But relationships or partnerships that you're in, that's like an even sort of give and take when it comes to that relationship or partnership. But some of you, I don't think you're getting it. Some don't have that safe word or understand how that shit works. So, damn, Sagittarius. Look for the light. Look for the sort of answers here. Understanding something. This is basically what keeps you stuck. Where's the clarity? Looking at things from a perspective of growing and understanding. There's that energy of like, those of you that use fabric softener, right? I know that's, some people do, some people don't. But it's kind of like that lingering energy. You're not going to get out of it if you keep sort of using it. You need like a cleansing energy. You need a cleansing energy here. It all comes down to old school energy with you too. So those of you that like that sort of emperor type vibe, but they don't really want you sort of doing your own thing or having your own thing. Some of you like those dominant relationships or partnerships, but that's not who you are. That's what keeps you stuck or stagnant. I don't know that it's gender identity here, but some of you sort of understanding that you can be the masculine and you can be kind of the submissive. There's a complexity here that you need to sort of understand or figure out how that sort of works when it comes to you with your relationships or partnerships. Oh, damn, Sagittarius. Take what's yours and leave what's not. This isn't going to be everybody's vibe. Even if you are in a group dynamic, even if you are in a relationship or partnership, Sagittarius, I don't feel like you're really all that interested in it. You're already wondering. Some of you that have choices, some of you Sagittariuses don't feel like you have a choice, which sort of keeps you stuck or stagnant, because I do feel like someone doesn't understand what the safe word type vibe is. There's a complexity to this, so hopefully you sort of work it out and figure it out, Sagittarius, but it sort of is a part of everything. But you can't stay stuck. Some of you got to feel your feelings, work through your feelings, work through your emotions, feel them and release them. Some of you deal with people that stay stuck in that sort of energy. They don't like the fact that you sort of get this optimism. And it takes however long it takes, Sagittarius. But you got to be able to sort of feel it, work through it, understand it. Some don't like the fact that you have. So you do have this sort of perpetual Nine of Swords energy around you, which really makes a difference. But you got some interesting choices to make. Ooh, This is complex, so take what's yours and leave what's not. Talk it out, work it out. You should be talking this out and working it out, understanding it. Some of you need a third-party perspective to look at things and understand them. Because some of you, it's so deep-rooted that you really don't see it because you're like asshole deep in it. Pardon the expression there, Sagittarius. So, you know what I mean? I think a lot of you deal with sort of fake-ass Emperor and Empress energies. Ooh, this could be X energy. This could be family energy, Sagittarius. I don't know, whatever the fuck it is. You know it's not the right energy. You know it's not the right opportunity. That is like fabric softener vibes. Staying in that sort of same stuck stagnant energy that it sort of permeates everything. Maybe someone uses too much fabric softener. Yeah, I don't know. Some people do, some people don't, right? So take what's yours, leave what's not. Some of y'all need to do a rinse in vinegar to sort of get out all that sort of energy that you don't need. There's like that, there needs to be more of a cleansing vibe. Clarity's there. Some of y'all, turn the light on. Look at things from a different perspective. You're not stuck or stagnant, but some of you could definitely be working through some very interesting sort of energy. It does feel like dominant submissive. So some of you could be working through a kink, understanding that. Take what's yours, Sagittarius, leave what's not. Some of you could be sort of deciding what you want to be. Are you more the dominant or are you more the submissive? So that's going to be kind of an interesting thing for you to work through. Hopefully you're talking it out and you're working it out. A lot of you need a third-party energy to help you sort of understand things from a different perspective. I do feel like there's way too many energies around you that you don't need. So, Sagittarius, you got some interesting choices to make. This could be astrological with you too, Sagittarius. So watch your favorite astrologer. What's the sort of dominant energy with you? This could be like some sort of retrograde or some sort of inversion when it comes to your astrology that sort of brings about this energy. Some of y'all need to, find the fucking positive vibes. Turn the fucking light on. Switch it up a little bit. It's not all that, but you're definitely going to have to make some interesting choices. You're definitely going to have to make some interesting choices. Damn, there's growth here, but damn, Sagittarius, it's going to be like a breakthrough energy with you. This is the type of energy that once you sort of understand it, once it sort of makes sense, then everything makes sense. So this is going to be some very interesting energy for you. Could definitely be astrological, so watch your favorite astrologer. I think some of y'all need to rinse your clothes in vinegar. You need to get out that sort of the stuck energy in there. It's kind of the difference between fabric softener and not. Now, it's like that, but some of y'all need to do like put a little bit of vinegar in your rinse cycle. You'll be amazed. Work, love, life vibe, Sagittarius. Take what's yours, leave what's not. You need to sort of feel it, work through it, release it. Someone doesn't like the fact that you have sort of pulled focus on yourself. I definitely feel like your intuition is on point. So trust that. Although your intuition is probably going to cause a little bit of dissonance because it does sort of lead you to the right opportunities. So someone likes to keep you stuck because it keeps you sort of... For some of you, someone doesn't understand what the safe word vibe is. So you're sort of doing your own thing here, but you definitely got like a really stuck, stagnant energy. But the Lord have mercy. Once you understand this, once you sort of focus on this, Sagittarius, it makes all the difference. It's going to be like a night and day difference when it comes to you. But it could be something that's really going to be interesting. It does come down to the dominant and the sort of submissive vibe. Those of you, you can't find the right relationship or partnership where that's energy sort of exchanged. So take what's yours, Sagittarius, leave what's not. A lot of clearing energy, though. A lot of clearing energy. Woo. Good luck. God bless, Sagittarius. Take what's yours and leave what's not. Peace, love, and light.